In today's video, we explore a topic that evokes strong emotions and complex debates: the question of whether the United Kingdom should pay reparations for its historical involvement in slavery and colonialism. This issue extends beyond mere historical analysis. It touches on ethics, responsibility, and the future. Imagine a modern British family, already facing their own challenges, being asked to bear the financial burden for actions committed by their ancestors. How would they feel? This scenario highlights the intricate nature of the reparations debate. We will delve into why reparations might not be the most effective path forward and consider how we can collaboratively build a future that acknowledges the past while focusing on progress. Here is what David Lammy thinks.
As Caribbean people, we are not going to forget our history. We don't just want to hear an apology, we want reparation.
Picture being held accountable for something your ancestors did centuries ago. Is it fair to place the burden of historical actions on today's generation? This is the crux of the reparations debate. Let's delve into why the UK might not be obligated to pay reparations and what alternative paths could be more beneficial for all. First, let's consider the historical complexity of slavery. While Britain played a significant role in the transatlantic slave trade, it's important to recognize that slavery was a universal practice across civilizations and cultures. Historical records show that many African kingdoms were active participants, with local leaders selling enslaved people to European traders. This complicates the narrative of a single guilty party. But does this shared history absolve Britain of its past entirely? What's often overlooked is Britain's pioneering role in abolishing slavery. As early as the 1750s, figures like King George III were condemning slavery. Britain became the first major power to abolish slavery and actively enforce its end globally, with the British Royal Navy patrolling the seas to intercept slave ships. This commitment came at a significant economic cost, prioritizing human rights over profit. Yet can this historical action balance the scales of justice today? Now, let's address modern responsibility. How can we hold today's British taxpayers accountable for actions taken centuries ago? The current generation had no direct involvement in historical slavery or colonialism. Making them pay for historical wrongs raises ethical questions about collective guilt and generational responsibility. Is there a way to acknowledge the past without imposing undue burdens on the present? The practical implementation of reparations presents significant challenges. How would we determine who receives payment? How much should be paid? Should payments go to nations or individuals? These questions could create new injustices while trying to address historical ones. Could these complexities lead us to more division rather than healing? Focusing solely on Britain ignores the role of other European powers in colonialism and the slave trade. Countries like France, Portugal, Spain, and Belgium also had significant colonial empires. Why should Britain alone bear the burden of historical restitution? Shouldn't we consider a more comprehensive approach to historical accountability? In today's global context, new economic relationships are emerging. For instance, China's influence in former British colonies through debt diplomacy raises questions about whether focusing on historical grievances might distract from addressing current challenges. Instead of reparations, we could focus on building partnerships based on mutual respect and shared interests, such as trade relationships and educational exchanges. How can we use our shared history to forge a better future? In conclusion, while the history of slavery and colonialism is a dark chapter in British history, demanding reparations today presents more problems than solutions. The combination of historical complexity, Britain's role in abolition, practical challenges, and questions of modern responsibility suggest that alternative approaches might be more productive. By acknowledging historical wrongs and focusing on creating meaningful partnerships for the future, we can learn from history without being paralyzed by it. Thank you for watching. If you found this video insightful, please like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's keep the conversation going and explore how we can build a future that honors our past while looking forward.